Hello guys and welcome to this Amy Boston video, of course. But anyway, as the title says, we are drawing my OC sleeping. I made a pose of my gotcha character and then I made the sleeping one. But honestly, it turned out way cuter than I thought it would, and so of course this video has gotten out at its normal time. But anyway, it's just adorable and whatever. If you guys have any, video concepts that you guys think you specifically want me to talk about, then put them in the comments, or any things you want me to draw or something like that, because I love making drawings. And if you guys had any suggestions for things that you guys specifically would enjoy watching me draw, then I would love that. I would love to draw whatever you guys enjoy, because I don't actually really know the kind of content you guys would watch or enjoy or whatever, or what you guys would want me to draw, I guess. I've been drawing mostly this gotcha stuff, or I've been doing gotcha right now. If you guys have any concepts for a gotcha video you would like me to make, like in Gotcha Life or Gotcha Life 2 or whatever, then I can probably figure that out, and then we could do that. Because that way, I could do a gotcha video, because I do make gotcha content. It's just none of it is like an actual video in gotcha, because I do know how to animate gotcha, of course. But, I don't usually, I guess. Plus, there aren't a ton of backgrounds in Gotcha Life 2, so I'd have to add more from the original game. But I could do it. It'd be fine. So if you guys have any ones like that, you put them in the comments for ideas, because I think I would certainly enjoy, that kind of thing, getting my idea out there and someone making it for me. But yeah, so far she's just really cute, Also, by the way, I hope I don't bore you in these videos, because I know most of it is just my ramblings of random concepts I've decided to talk about, and so it might not be the most interesting thing in the world, but I enjoy it. Plus, just the fact that most of the time I'm just not really talking about anything specific or any, because a lot of the time people will put drawing footage in their background while they talk about a specific concept, but I don't usually have a specific concept to talk about. I guess I could talk about Shoot from the Hip. It's an improvised comedy show channel. Plus, they do improvised comedy, but it's not near where I live, so I can't watch it in real life. But it is quite enjoyable, and it's really funny. It's basically just, they did a bunch of improv or whatever, but it's fun to watch. So if you guys like that kind of thing, then you can watch their channel. Yeah. Also, by the way, guys, what do you guys think of my dolls? Have you guys seen them? If you haven't, you can watch the Drawing My Dolls video. I know it's kind of old at this point, not super old, obviously. My channel's not that old, but in the grand scheme of my channel, it is one of the oldest videos that I have made, since I post really often. And so, old is, not subjective. I mean, it is subjective, so it's not actually that old. It's just one of my first videos. So if you guys think you would enjoy that, you can watch it. Just know it's a little self-deprecating to myself in that content, so if you don't enjoy that kind of thing, you don't have to watch it. I just really like how my dolls look. Also, I got a reborn doll for $25, so that's nice. If you guys want me to do a video on her, then I completely can. Also, I really like how the tail turned out. It's super cute. Took a couple tries, but it's nice. I like it. I did have to erase it to make it look better and more complete or whatever, basically I didn't want to have to mess with the lines, so I just fixed it by going back and then going again, because that way I can just erase the lines of whatever was there before. And then I added the bow. I love this, honestly. I may not be as good an artist as the people who make Gotcha Life 2, but adding on to their content does look really cute and nice. So even if I'm not the best in the world at making content that actually looks as good as the original thing, I can still make pretty good drawings. You know, because like most of the people on Gacha Life 2 have probably spent a lot of the time making all the different assets and a lot of the time drawing or whatever. So they're really good at it. But I more just do my drawing for fun because I enjoy it. Also, yes, I did take out the highlights because of the fact that I don't need highlights in content about, you know. Yeah, I also did add the little face drip thing. I don't know what to call it, but the thing on her face because of the fact, you know what I'm talking about, okay? It's that. But basically, I was just adding the little white bit, you know, it's cute. Whenever I'm being weird. But yeah, after this, I just added it's mostly just me erasing a couple bits and then adding the color and shading. And then also adding the bed and blanket and stuff because it is my OC sleeping. Also, do you guys like me making longer videos? You know, because sometimes I'll make like 6-minute videos and sometimes I'll make these more 20-minute videos. So do you enjoy the 6-minute videos better or the longer ones if you guys watch my videos consistently? Because I know most of you don't. And that's fine. Because I understand that most people probably just watch my videos casually, you know? It's a thing. But I get it, you know? People don't always want to watch this kind of content consistently, especially with how random a lot of my uploads are. Also, by the way, I should be able to post more consistently the drawing videos because I know you guys definitely like my drawing videos better compared to the learning Spanish with me videos because, you know, those ones get way less views. I'm still going to post those. And probably just as consistently, but, you know, I'm going to continue to post the drawing videos every, you know, I guess, couple days? Not really couple days. Every week. I'll try to post at least one drawing / real life video a week. Because I post a lot of the Learn Spanish with Me ones, and I want to do more than just that. By the way, I'm sorry for this long period of time waiting there. I looked at something and then went back to it because my video had finished and I was watching something while drawing this, basically. But it doesn't really matter. Basically, the video ended, and so I needed to do something, but it ended up making me go off the thing, and so I had to re-screen record from right there, and so there's a longer pause than usual. Because it takes me off of the screen recording thing whenever I go back on Ibis Paint. See, it looks cute. It looks a lot like the original version. The only thing is I didn't really add a shadow in the mouth at first. I think I do later, though. Plus, I hadn't done most of the coloring, so I guess I can't really blame myself. Basically, cute drawing. I liked it. Whatever. I think it was really cute, honestly. I'm not going to give myself a ton of credit because of the fact that I know that most of the carrying is done by the fact of the Gacha Life character. But the assets that I did add do look nice. Also, it's kind of fun looking at Gacha creators' videos, you know, ones that actually make Gacha content, and just, like, looking at how well they make their OCs. Like, how much effort they put in, how much they know about the app, whether they're actually trying or they're doing the videos just for fun because they enjoy making that kind of content or even just because they're doing it at this point. I don't know. I do know that the lines are really shaky and that I could have done them better, but I didn't want to. And I kind of like the drawn look. But yeah, she's just like laying on a mattress, I guess. It's kind of funny because the Gacha character does really look like, you know how the Gacha characters look. I'm good at tracing, for that matter. I may not be very good at a lot of things, but I can trace. And I'm not saying that's a great skill to have, but I sure can, you know? So the Gacha, her I gave her thicker lines. Also, it's kind of funny noticing certain details about the gacha community, like the fact that certain, like, ways of character design, stuff like that, is used to indicate a certain way of making content. It's not used most of the time. Most of the time you can't tell. For the satire content, I have noticed that with the videos where, they're usually, all the characters, like, one personality and everyone, and they're clearly not made, like, super seriously. I don't know why you would have to, though. Basically, I was trying to figure out how I wanted to do the blanket, but basically they're not done super seriously, and you can usually tell because of thick lines, a certain way of character design. Well, less thick lines and more black lines and a certain way of character design. It's kind of interesting because you can kind of just tell, compared to other kinds of content. It's the way everything's placed and the way they make the characters look. It's less a simpler design and more you can tell, even though they put in effort, that the videos aren't like, what they do most of the time. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying they can probably do better, but they don't want to. But anyway, I honestly really like how this blanket and everything turned out. It is absolutely cute as frig. I don't know. I really like how it turned out, it's just adorable. We got a nice little, basically, I was just trying to draw my little self OC sleeping in a cute little way. It's really simple, honestly. It's nothing to be super proud of, but it's kind of cartoony and nice. I always despise the fact that, I'm not good at doing thin lines on a, screen, and if I could, I would probably be a lot better at drawing. But my thick lines do come in handy sometime, and it is still cute. Because, like, on pen and paper, my drawings look a lot better because I can do smaller lines. It's easier to see and everything or whatever, I don't know. And then we go back into the original. And now we're doing the shading part. So, yeah, we add, like, it's very self-explanatory. I'm pretty sure I add the shine on, like, everything, and, well, at least on the body and then on everything else. And then I add the shading, and it's really not that complicated, but that's what I did. And so, yeah. Oh, by the way, did you know that they don't have a white girl with brown hair on the Apple device? I'll show you all the different versions of the colored version of the emojis on iPhone. These are all the different emojis. It's really annoying as a girl who is not quite that tan and also has brown hair, because, like, brown hair is a pretty common hair color. I'm not sure why they didn't make a version of this. Like, if you're gonna make a bunch of different versions of the PNG, then why only make, like, blonde and black-haired people they literally have more dark than light emojis. It's like, it's opposite racist, man. It's kind of funny for me as someone who, like, I didn't realize how disappointing it would be to not have a character to represent myself until I didn't have a character to represent myself. Because I've heard a lot about black people not having enough options in their games to actually have a character to represent yourself. But as someone who now has a very specific skin color that is hard to find in certain games, I can say it is quite annoying. Because it's like, my skin is actually as tan as my gacha character, you see. And so it is sometimes kind of hard to find, characters that are dark enough or the right color or whatever. Even my gacha character isn't a perfect representation because my skin is a little bit more cool toned, but honestly, I love how the gacha character looks. And it's good enough. So, honestly, I don't really mind, And basically, I love the shading. It turned out really good. You know, it's just cute. It looks right for the moment, and especially with how gotcha shading is and everything, it's just perfect, you know? I love it. Man, I love this kind of thing. I swear, I'm pulling a read here. If you didn't know, the real name, or at least the name everyone refers to as Moon's voice actor in the Sun and Moon show, I don't know what it is about his character, but every time there is any sort of a tense moment, the way he uses to prove that he's guilty or whatever with any of his characters is just sigh way more than is needed. I'm not showing you a compilation or anything, but you should just watch some of their more angsty videos or whatever, Moon on an apology tour or whatever, and anything like that, and you'll just see how much Reed likes to sigh. I'm not saying that's a problem, but it is a little excessive. It's kind of funny, honestly. It's just funny to see the constant sighing. That's why I was saying it, because I was just, I was sighing a little extra. That was just something I picked up from watching their channel for a long time. I really like their videos. I hope they don't stop anytime soon. I've been trying to buy their merch sometimes, but I didn't want the plushie. The plushies are okay design-wise. It's just I like my plushies really chibi and cute, and the plushies were not really chibi and cute, and so I didn't want them. But that's just my personal opinion. I know a lot of people probably love those plushies. Basically it either has to be chibi and cute or decently good. Realistically, I don't know. Because, I have a Chibi Miku plushie, and it is super chibi and very unrealistic to the real design. And that's fine, because it's chibi. And so it's very chibi, and I like that. So, because Titan and Lunar plushies are more in the middle, I just don't really want them. But, it's not a big problem. I've bought one of their shirts. If you guys have seen in my videos, the Earth shirt, it's a shirt with a drawing of Earth on it. It's blue. In some of my real life videos, then that's the merch I bought. It was a reasonably priced shirt, whatever. But basically, I really like that shirt. It's very nice, and I wear it all the time. It's pretty good material. Honestly, I like it a lot more than some of the shirts I bought from Walmart and a lot of other places, and it was still really reasonably priced and everything. So, yeah, that's why I would recommend buying their merch. I know right now they're doing more simpler designs, so if you like that kind of thing, just a little symbol or whatever on a shirt, then you can buy their merch right now. By the way, the pre-order for the Titan plushie is over, so you can't buy that because I was talking about the Titan plushie, but everything else should still be there that I am thinking of. Not the Lunar plushie, I don't think. I only think they had that for pre-order, although I did see it on the website. I don't know. You could check, but it probably just says that it's no longer for pre-order or something. I don't know, actually. Who has any idea? But anyway, it's super cute. That's the end. Bye.